Hey guys, it's R-DiK here, Old School Duelist, so everyone call me, and welcome to the Voidcast, where no topic is off the table. Well, today, first I want to start off by saying that I didn't have a podcast last week, and that's just because, I had a bunch of stuff that got in the way, and as well as I got a new computer, so, I'm still in the process of trying to set it up, plus, also, the computer took a shit on me. Well, I wouldn't say it took a shit on me, I don't know, it was really weird, because, so I bought the computer from a friend, and they, it was their ex-husband's computer, and they're like, well, I'm not going to use it, it's a gaming computer, you can, I'll sell it to you really cheap, and I was like, okay, cool, so, I was happy about that, I was really, I was happy, I got the computer, and everything, but, oh shit, I just woke up, how am I tired already? Anyways, so, yeah, I bought the computer, I'm messing around with stuff, and my buddy, who's really amazing with computers, he's telling me, he's like, yeah, so you should probably, factory store it, and I learned there's a difference between factory storing and factory setting. I don't quite know the difference, but there is a difference, apparently. But, so I go to factory store it, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to factory store it, it said it'll take a little bit, so I was like, I gotta do the dishes, I'll go do the dishes real quick, I'll come back and check on it. So then I come back and check on it, and it says, oh, there's been a restore error, and I was like, okay, I don't understand why there's a restore error. So then I only had one button to push, so I push, the only button I had to push was cancel. Fuck, I'm so, God, why am I yawning so much? Anyways, so there's a restore button. So, or there's a cancel button. That's the only button I can push at this error screen. So I guess I'm like, I'm going to hit error, or I'm going to hit cancel. So then the next screen pops up, and it says, do you want to continue to Windows 10? Do you want to troubleshoot, or restart your computer? And obviously, I'm not going to say obvious, but I was pretty certain, restart your computer, and continue to Windows 10 would have done the same thing. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just go to Windows 10. So I continue to it, and then it's just stuck on these two boot menus. And yeah, so the two boot menus, wow, what the fuck? So the two boot oh my gosh, what the shit? The two boot screens, they weren't menus, they're just screens, popped up, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna boot repeatedly nonstop, and I'm like, this is fucking dumb. This is the stupidest shit in the world. So then, I got really pissed. I just hooked up my old computer, and yeah, I just never. Listen, this time I still had time to record a new podcast, but I was like, no, I really want to figure this out. I want to figure out why the computer is not booting Windows 10. So then I did a bunch of research. Again, never got around to recording a podcast. And yeah, that's really about it on that. But I got it all up and running. We're good now. Everything is good. The computer's running fine. There's still a few more things that I need to do to the computer to get it to my perfecto standards. But other than that, the computer's great. I love it. Double the power of my computer. Shit. I call this the tired cast. I'm not even tired. I'm really not tired. It's just, I don't know. I think it's just because I just woke up. Well, I can't say I just woke up. I've been up for probably an hour or two. But I just kind of laid in bed. But I just kind of decided to get out of bed. I had stuff to do. I had a podcast to record. I had to record this week since I didn't do last week's. But yeah, so that was really fun and interesting. Yeah. It's about on the computer. But then also, what did I also do last week? I also played a lot of, I had to restart my Duel Links. I know I talked about the game. But they were having a bunch of server errors. Yeah. But once I got all the server errors, take care of and everything, I thought maybe it was something with my phone. So then I was like, you know what, I'll delete it. There's a restore button. I'll just restore all my memories. So I go and delete it. And then I re-download the game, and I was like, restore information, whatever the fuck the button says. So, boom, I did it. Doesn't work. the transfer, restore, whatever data, it doesn't work. You can't relog into your stuff at the moment. Like, it's fucking broke. Like, that part doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So then I lost everything. Now I'm restarted. I think it only took me like 2 or 3 days to get back where I was. Actually, if anything, I'm in a better situation because, like, I actually had a better idea of how the game worked and everything. Only sucky part is I put $26. Like, I did some microtransactions in the game. And now I lost the $26. I basically lost the $26 that I did. But like I guess you can't say I didn't lose it because like I already knew like what cards I wanted. And so yeah, so it's really cool. Like essentially I haven't lost anything. I'm back where I am. I'm actually a little bit further than I was before. And I'm doing a lot better in the game, and I'm still playing the game daily, so I'll keep you guys updated whether or not I quit playing that game or not. But it's really fun. You know, it's play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Go. I'm not sponsored by it, but I'm going to talk about it because it's fun. It's a really fun game. I really say download it. It's awesome. It's really fun. Kills time, definitely a toilet game. Yeah. So, and then there's also a bunch of like what else happened within the week of me not. I don't know. I can't remember. I still haven't played Resident Evil 7, like the actual game. I've been wanting to. I've been trying to, but I haven't gotten around to it. But I want to. I really want to. Like I've heard nothing but good. Oh shit! Just threw a flash drive. I've heard nothing but good stuff about the game, so I really want to play it. It makes me want to play it even more. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. But I will, and I'll talk about it. I don't know, did I talk about... Oh, yeah, also within that time, I saw the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. It was just like to celebrate for 20 years. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Different Dimensions, or something like that. It was a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. It was great. Seto Kaiba was just a savage in that fucking thing. He just straight up was just like... There's one scene, and this is a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, cover your ears, mute, whatever. But yeah, he is just the straight savage that entire movie. He fires somebody because the soda, the Kaiba Corp drinks was not up to standards, and you could crush the can with your hand, and it was like a square shape. So I'm pretty sure when you're trying to crush it, you probably could hurt your hand doing it. But Kaiba did it, and he fired the guy because he was able to crush it. It was great. All right, it was awesome. This is great. Yeah. Well, I don't know those. All right, podcast over, guys. No, I'm joking. I have stuff plenty to talk about. What else? Yeah, my work, my job. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it, but I'm maintenance / bakery driver, bakery deliverer person, whatever. But I deliver like bread and donuts for Waltz at night, and so it's Punchki season. And if you don't know what a Punchki is, it's kind of like a donut. It's kind of like a filled donut. But there's just all sorts of different like type of fillings. But there's something called Fat Tuesday. If you don't know what Fat Tuesday is, I don't even know exactly what Fat Tuesday is, but I just know Punchkis are popular for Fat Tuesday, and I have to deliver Punchkis, and it sucks fucking dick. So like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I can't. I say that I hate it. Like I hate the job, but I don't. It's really easy. Like in reality, really easy job. But like the part that like really annoys me about the job and makes me say that I hate it is like I don't work with competent people. Like, well, I don't work technically side by side with anybody, but like damn near everybody that works, because there's 7 stores, there's 7 Walt stores. Damn near every competent or every person that works in all the bakeries are not competent. Like they're so dumb, and then they leave like passive aggressive like messages, like it'll be like, driver, there's such and such in the freezer, don't forget it. And then like you go to the freezer and there's another message, this is the stuff, don't forget it. And it's not even my fault. Like I shouldn't take it personal, but like sometimes you just do. Sometimes you just take it personal just because they're just so passive aggressive. But the reason why they leave those is because the other bakery driver, Ken is his name, he's so retarded. Ugh. Let me tell you about this man. So, when I first got the job, I straight up told him, because before I was just doing maintenance, but it was part-time. But, like, I told him, like, when I went up to my boss, I was like, because I worked with him doing the baker out one night because Ken was gone. I wasn't the bakery driver yet at this time, and one of the owners did it, but he didn't really know it all that well. I knew it a little bit better than he would because I've done it tons of times because my dad used to do it. I knew it more than he would, so like I was like, okay, I'll go help. It'll get done faster and everything like that. So after that, one of the owners saw that I knew it, and so he's like, I really want him to do it. They had to wait till you're 21. I turned 21. I approached him. I was like, I'll do it, but I want full time, and I only have to drive 2 nights a week, which is Thursday, Friday. And so was it, when I approached him, I was like, full time, I could do any night, except for Saturday. I want my Saturday nights open, because sometimes I just want my Saturday nights, because Saturday nights are amazing to me. I love my Saturday nights. That's when I mostly do nothing. But when I do something, it usually is a Saturday night. And also there's tournaments, like I do my Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, and I drive 30 minutes away from my house to do tournaments, and it's at night. It's at 6, and then I usually don't get home till midnight, or I usually don't leave the place till midnight. I don't get home till about 1, because I usually go with a friend and I have to drop him off, and everything else. So that's why I want my Saturdays. But when I first got the job and was first hired, Ken, the other baker driver, he was bitching. He's like, I want it my Saturday nights, blah blah blah. But I straight up told the owner, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I won't do it if I can't have Saturday nights. And then Ken was like, we could switch Saturday nights off, like blah blah blah. I was like, no, I just gonna make shit really fucking confusing. And no, just no. But he was just bitching, and it's like, at first, when he first got the job, he wanted the full thing, and then at one point he was given the full thing, and then he bitched about having to do the full thing, and it's like, dude, make up your fucking mind. So now he's on something. I can't remember exactly what the program is, but he's on a program where he can only work so many hours. So it sucks for him, and now he's bitching, and it just makes stuff really confusing. And then he finds every fucking reason not to do it. Not to do the bakery route. Like, he'll straight up just be like, I have to go see my 5th grandchild being born. I'm like, boy, no you don't. First one, I can understand. Your first grandchild, maybe the second one. But it's just, no. So, I don't know. My job's really stupid. Well, the people I work with are really stupid, and that's what makes the job the worst. That's the worst part of the job. But I'm done talking about my life. I've been just ranting for a good, 12 minutes about my life. And it's stupid. Anyways, so something interesting that I'm going to talk about. I really don't have anything too interesting to talk about today. Really, I talked about, the Yu-Gi-Oh movie and the Yu-Gi-Oh game. That was something I really wanted to touch on, because the fucking movie was just, it was great. I say go watch it. If it's not in theaters near you, wait till it hits DVD or a digital stream or whatever the hell it is. Fucking watch it. It's a great movie. It's fucking great. Hands down, best. Hands down, best movie. Best Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Just fucking great. It's just awesome. There was something I really wanted to talk about. I don't remember what it was. What the hell was it? I can't remember. But, so, Super Bowl happened. Yeah, that was a thing. Falcons. I didn't watch it. I'm being honest. I didn't watch it, but my dad did. And he would always just, come and, tell me about it and everything else. And tell my friend, because my best friend lives with me now, and I had another best friend over. We were just chilling, playing games and stuff, but they were talking about it and everything. The Falcons lost. Patriots won. The Patriots came back. From what I heard, Patriots came back hardcore, which was just not a shocker, but just kind of okay, it happened. I don't really watch football. I'm a hockey person personally. I love the Blackhawks all the way. Blackhawks all the way. I remember the first game I watched, the actual first full game I watched, which was on my dad's birthday when they won the Western Finals in 2000. Where's my hat? I think it was 2013. Yeah, 2013 when they won the Western. When they won the Western Cup or the Western Finals. the Western Championship, whatever it is. They won the championship on my dad's birthday. Not the Stanley Cup, but the championship right before it when they won that. And it was great. It was fucking awesome. I loved it. It was a great way to celebrate my dad's birthday. Because me and him did a side job that day, and it was awesome. Come back, watch the game together, and I just kind of like fell in love with hockey, and it was great. And I kept up with it ever since. But last year I can't say I kept up with too much, because last year my life was just it was a little bit all over the place. But yeah, I fell in love with the Hawks. That's basically what I'm getting at. Is I'm a huge Hawks fan. They won the other day, which was awesome. It was great. It was awesome. I just played One Piece. That's another thing. I played One Piece Burning Blood. At first, I didn't really like it. Like, I played the demo. I swear I played it with my best friend, Josh. But he doesn't remember. He really doesn't. Yeah, he really doesn't remember playing the demo at all. But I remember I played it with him. And the demo was stupid. Like, the demo was absolutely shit. Only because they kind of just show, like, a picture. Like, you know, I think it's, like, I know some games still do it now. But back in the day, back in, like, PlayStation 1 and early PlayStation 2 era, what they would do a lot in some games is they just kind of, like, show a picture of the controller and then just map out the controls. And they're just like, boop, there's your controls, no tutorial. And you're like, this is fucking dumb. Like, I'm barely gonna learn how to play the game, but you know, PlayStation 1 era, it was the thing to do. It was tutorials like a motherfucker. But yeah, that's how the demo was. It was just kind of like, here's the controls, have fun. Didn't really teach you anything, but the actual game itself, like the first like chapter, yeah, I think the whole first chapter teaches you how to play the game, which is, and it's not just you know, this is the controls, do it. It's like, this is the controls, this is what they do, this is what can be done with them. Like, they go into pretty full details, and like, you could just like skip by it and just do the normal match, or you can actually like try and learn the game, which is what I learned to do. And now the game's really fun. Now that I actually know how to play, it's fun. It's hard. Like, I'm literally stuck at a point where I'm just like, what the fuck? But it's a game. It's really fun. I loved it. I definitely say enjoyed it. I really don't want to spoil too much, especially if you don't know One Piece all that much. But yeah, that's, it's a really fun game. I definitely say go pick it up. A lot of people are gonna be like, nah, the game's not that good. I disagree. Really, like, wholeheartedly. Just boom, buy the game. It's great. I definitely say play it. Controls. If you don't know the controls, obviously the controls are gonna seem clunky to you. The animation is great. The cutscenes, great. My only complaint is I think the AI in some of the matches can be a little, like, I wouldn't say overpowering, but it's a little like if you have to like take a bunch of tries, because some characters can be really difficult to use. The blocking mechanics in the game aren't quite the best, but they do have a really interesting blocking mechanic where, like, in One Piece, like, there's some characters that are like made of like pure, like a pure element. Like, they'll be like full lava or fire, and then like in the show they can turn their body into that. And so if you like, that's really cool, and that they integrated that with some characters, which I think against some characters, like, some characters are fast and can just destroy. Like, they straight up just are fast, they destroy, and that's just how the character is built. But some characters are slow, but they have that blocking mechanic, and they turn their body into like fire, and you're like, this is dumb. Like, you get kind of mad, and you're just like, this is dumb, I can't fight him, this is stupid. But then, like, you play as that character, and you're like, okay, this character's actually really good. Just, you won't like going against him. But like I said, I think some of the AIs are like, some of the AI doing the story can be really hard. Just because if you don't really know the character all that well, plus also sometimes they'll put you on a 2v1, or something like that, or a 2v3 or a 1v3 like I did. And like I said, some characters are really good to control, so like a 1v3 is nothing. But at the point where I'm at, it's a 1v2, and I'm having such a hard time doing it. So yeah, it's just, yeah, it's a really fun game. I really say go play it. It's not, I'm not gonna, like, that's, I know, like, okay, so like my New Year's resolution was fuck people, and like I'm still sticking to it, like fuck people, like I really hate people. And yeah, like I don't know, people annoy the shit out of me. So that's why 2017 Raven says fuck people. I hardcore just fuck people. But also another, like, and also, like, it's more than just I hate people. It also plays into the fact that, like, you know, I'm not dealing, I am wanting to change genders. So that's it. God damn it, I am just throwing stuff left and right on my desk. But it also plays into the fact that, like, you know, I want to change genders, and that's a thing. And my voice is actually, because like I said, I kind of woke up an hour or two ago, and I haven't really done anything today. Like, this is the first thing I'm doing today. Normally, I try to talk in a little bit higher voice, but, like, I don't know, my voice isn't feeling too up to it right now. It kind of hurts. Like, it kind of feels like I'm going to strain it a little bit, so that's why I'm talking in my normal deep voice. But I try to talk a higher voice than what I normally do, and it actually kind of feels weird talking in my low deep voice, mostly because my voice just kind of like hurts, and I don't want to destroy it, because I kind of need my voice to communicate with the world. Yeah, but so like that's why like, you know, fuck people, because like because like a big thing about me changing genders is, like, for years it was literally a hardcore kind of struggled, because like I wasn't, like, for years, being younger, I tried to suppress it, try to block it, like, I don't enjoy this, you know, it's weird, you know, everything else. But like as I got older, I kind of, like, you know, slowly, like, accepted it and everything. It kind of started with my sophomore year of high school, where I told an ex-girlfriend of mine, and I was like, hey, you know, at first I was just kind of like, I'm a cross-dresser, I like to wear women's clothes. And she's like, what? No. I was like, yeah, I do. And then, like, after that, the relationship, because we've been dating for about almost a year and a half, at that point. And, like, after I told her that, the relationship slowly just went downhill. Obviously, that we're not together anymore. Poof. I'm, like, 21 now, and that was my sophomore year of high school, so that was years ago. But then, like, around, like, my senior year, halfway through my senior year of high school, I just kind of, like, came out and was just like, yeah, I like to wear women's clothes, and, like, it became a thing. And, like, I only did it outside of high school. But now that I'm adult, I'm graduated, I, like, would do it more often, and now I'm just like, you know what, I would be a lot happier just being the opposite gender. So that's something I just decided on. It's, you know, it's a process. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little selfish about it. Like, you know, I, like, expected people to be like, oh, you want to be Raven now, you know, you want to be a girl, blah blah. But it takes time, because, like, 21 years of living my life as a guy, it's what people were used to. And now, you know, I guess the sudden change is something that people just aren't used to. So they're not used to it. So, like, my parents, I put a big Tumblr post, and I kind of, like, put them on blast and everything. But again, that was just me being selfish. You know, I've talked to my parents. I've apologized and everything, and everything's good now. Like, everything is, you know, peachy. You know, it takes time. That's one thing that I can put out to the world and other people that are dealing with genders changing, is it takes time. Definitely, that's one thing I've learned, is it takes time. It doesn't just happen. I've been living my life as, you know, a female for we're going on just about 2 months now. And, like, I've done a lot, I've progressed a lot more within those 2 months, but at the same time, right now, in my current situation, I can only do so much. Only because like, just because of my situation, I don't want to go into details explaining why I'm not at a standstill, but can only go so far at the moment. Just because, like, work and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I said, don't really want to go into it just because it's not, I wouldn't say personal, but it's just personal life stuff that I want to keep to myself. And not, like, be that podcast that just throws everything out there. Like, fucking YOLO. But, like, there's things I'm obviously going to keep to myself. But, definitely something, it takes time. As well as do your research. Know what you're getting yourself into. And, like, I've done tons of research. I know what I'm getting myself into. I know what to expect. I know, for the most part, most of the process. But I'm still learning stuff. Granted, I've only been doing this for 2 months. Like, actually living my life as a female for about 2 months. And yeah, it's really about it. Like, living my life. But it takes time. Definitely takes time. Be patient. Be patient with everybody. And if the people that you want to support you, if they're not supporting you, there's other people out there that support you, and that will support you. Just gotta, be patient, stay confident in what you want, because like I said, this is something that I've, like, suppressed for years and, like, held back, and, like, I didn't really talk to people too much about it, and now it's kind of like, I wish I did. I wish I had talked to people. Like, I'm pretty sure things wouldn't be as complicated now as if I just talked to people back in the day. Like, that's one thing I definitely do regret, is not talking to people about it, and not, like, saying, like, hey, this is what I want to do, blah, blah. So, like I said, talk to people. Be confident. Don't keep it to yourself. It's one thing I've definitely... Patience, confidence, and talk to people and know who supports you. That was a rant that I eventually knew was going to happen, but, like, I didn't expect it to happen today. But yeah, that's, like, where I am with my transition thing. Like, right now, it's kind of just, like, I'm now trying to get in the process of talking to doctors, figuring stuff out, the process of actually getting put on HRT, because I'm not on HRT right now, which is, HRT is hormone replacement therapy, which is, you take estrogen. If you're male to female, you take estrogen pills, or you get estrogen put in your body to slowly replace the testosterone. But if you're female to male, then you're going to take testosterone. But me, I'm trying to figure out what doctors I need to talk to, where I need to go, set up appointments, all that fun stuff. Which, gonna be honest, it's not gonna be fun, but it's what I need to do to get to where I want to go. Yeah, it's really, really about it on that. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, if you guys haven't noticed, I've kept up the constant schedule of once a week, except for last week. This is the third one. Yeah, the third one. I'm not doing numbers. I'm not gonna. I think the first one is numbered by accident. Yeah, I think I accidentally named it the first episode 1. But this one is not episode 1. This technically is episode 3. But I'm doing every Thursday. I was gonna also try and do video games again, doing Let's Plays. Right now, I just don't. I don't have the time. Like, to me personally, it feels like a waste because I'm getting more noticeable with the podcast. People are actually watching and listening to the podcast. So it's something that I feel is less of a waste of time for me, because, don't get me wrong, I'd love to play video games for everybody and for the internet. And if the podcast gets more popular and people want to actually see me play, because, like, if you're watching it on YouTube, you're seeing me play games. That's actually me. It's like, I'm not commentating about the game, but the game. But that's me playing games, and if people actually want to see me play games and everything, then hell yeah, I'll play games. And yeah, I'll do it. Like, I'll play games for everybody, for people. But it's just a matter of timing, patience. But, like, the podcast is something I'm not going to stop. At least right now, I'm not going to stop it. Nothing really, unless, like I said, like last week happened, stuff happens, new computers, life gets in the way, then obviously I'm not going to be able to record a podcast, because, I have a life, I have a job, like, a regular job and everything. So it's just a matter of getting in the habit. Don't get me wrong, I would love to do podcasts, like a daily podcast or an every other day podcast. Like, that would be amazing and be great. But again, I need the time. I need to make sure the time is right and everything. And then plus also I'm dealing with a gender change, which is a big stress, I guess I can say. It's not so much a stress, but it's something that I want to accomplish first. And something that, like, I've had passion for a lot of things. I've had tons of passions for things. But most of my passions I've either quit or just not reacted to, or something like that, something along the lines. Like, when I wanted to go to college at one point. I wanted to be, like, major in music education and become a music teacher of some sort. Probably, like, a band teacher, because music is fucking amazing. Music is just life. But yeah, it's just, I didn't go to college. I was like, fuck college. I'm not a school. Like, school is just not my thing. I'd love to learn, like, to learn to be a music teacher and everything. But it's just the atmosphere of school is what really gets me. And I'm just like, no. So it's just not for me. It's college and school obviously isn't for everybody. And I'm one of the people that personally, I don't think it's for at this moment in my life. Maybe down the road I'll change my mind, go to school, get a degree in something. But right now I'm just, no. I'd rather, I guess, live my life being a working woman. Shit, I just fucking smashed my elbow. But yeah, that's really, yeah, I think it was a pretty good podcast. I ranted for 30 minutes. Those 30 minutes just flew by. But yeah, that's really about it. I don't know if I finished that last train of thought, because it literally was just me. I don't know, I ranted today. I guess today's podcast wasn't really, I don't know, I felt like it was successful. Like, I talked about a lot. I got a lot of stuff. Like I said, the podcast isn't really me trying to inform you on stuff. It's just me just ranting about whatever I want to talk about. And I just wanted to talk about my week last week and everything that I've been going through. So yeah, hopefully next week I'll actually have something interesting to talk about. I mean, I guess you could say I touched on a few things. Like, I touched on video games and being trans. Yep, successful. Ding. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening and or watching, whatever you're doing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my other videos. Don't forget, the podcast is also on SoundCloud. So if you don't want to, like, if you're driving and you're trying to listen to the podcast and you don't want, you don't want the video to bother you, just go to SoundCloud, look up Old School Duelist 12. I think that's what it is. Do that, or no, look up the Voidcast. That's what it is. Or Old School Duelist 12, whatever. I'll post a link to the SoundCloud page. But yeah, all these are going on SoundCloud as well as YouTube. Don't like, share, and subscribe to this channel and all my other videos. And also don't forget to go check out SoundCloud if you just want to hear audio. I'm gonna be completely honest, with the new setup of the computer, I have to reinstall stuff. Like, I have to reinstall my converting files and everything, and my Adobe Premiere. A lot of stuff, like I said, I still have to do to this computer. I might just honestly boot up my old computer, edit this one, and then worry about getting Adobe Premiere back on this computer. It's mostly because I'm just lazy, and I don't feel like waiting for it to download and install, since it's already on my other computer, and I might just make my other computer my work / internet computer, and this is just strictly for gaming. But yeah, like I said, don't forget to like, share some other videos. Like, share, and subscribe to my other videos. Check out the SoundCloud. I will definitely post a link to it in the description. If you want to check out the SoundCloud page, follow me on there. Subscribe to the channel here so you can always catch your weekly podcast of Old School Duelist 12. It's your girl. Have a wonderful, beautiful night, day thing, or whatever. I forgot what my outro was.